That's everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big Boy's
Big
Neighborhood.
Boy.
Alrighty, man. How do you introduce this man?
I don't know.
You say Timbaland is here. No,
Yeah.
legendary Timbaland is up in here, brother. How you doing, fam?
Hey, man, it's a blessing to see you again.
Let me tell you, brother, he came in here, and we took a picture before he came in, and I was like, man, Timbaland smells rich.
You did.
He smells affluent. You know what I'm saying? You smell like multi platinum plus. You know what I'm saying?
I smell like a shower.
Right? So what's been going down, man?
Hey, man, I've just been blessed,
Working
man.
hard, huh?
Working back. I still got my life, so I'm going to keep doing it. I love
I heard
music.
that.
Go back out here, get the new generation, you know?
Timbaland, and you know, but it's crazy you say go back out and get the new generation. The new generation wants Timbo. And you don't, your name doesn't say like, oh man, like you got a history, but you're always current. And then at any point when you ready to turn somebody into the next star or give somebody their next hit, all you got to do is press play.
Well, I have to pray about it first.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's the right thing to do because I made a lot of mistakes through my career. So I just look at my kids and they keep me influenced to stay young. You know what I'm saying? And I started seeing myself like, I feel like I'm Tim Buttons. I'm getting younger again.
Go ahead now.
And my kids be like, that ain't it, Dad. That's whack. I'm like, what? Can't call me whack. I'm too young to be whack.
Wait, what do they mean whack?
Yeah, like I was listening to some beat. This is way before. This is like about a couple years ago. They're like, Dad, that's not it.
But it wasn't you though, right?
It was somebody else. I don't know what I was listening to.
Okay.
Oh, they said some of my beats is whack too.
Oh yeah. Well, that's when you got to put them out the house.
Yeah, I was like, what?
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like what? I can't please everybody. I said, man. And then now I practice. I got to make them be my fans. So when I started doing a couple bits, like, I like that, Dad.
What do you do? How do you feel about just the music business now? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you one of them cats that like producer.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like we're missing that element right now?
I feel like, music is whatever you make it.
Mhm.
And I feel like music is the future and it's like it's changing and people doing their own interpretation of what they think is music.
Right.
And what we think is music is like, Patti LaBelle, all the great stuff, but that's our era. So is it fair to interfere with your son that could be 19 to say that ain't music?
Right.
Would you want your parents telling you when we listen to hip hop, the hippity hip hop?
Yeah,
That's
it
not
wasn't
music.
right?
So I just look at it as, wow. I don't even look at the music. I'm like, are we really getting old? Like, that's all I be thinking.
No,
like,
we're
yo,
not.
will we really have seen some stuff? So I just be like, how do I reinvent myself in the future and be futuristic Timbo? That's how I look at it.
What's currently going down with Timbaland?
What's currently going down at first, my book.
Right.
I decided,
So you became an author on us.
I just had to just tell, I think about all the things that I've done, and just like, it's about time if I'm going to start a new chapter in my life, just might as well tell what happened in the 20 years that I did it.
So what's in the book?
Inspiration.
Really though?
Like not just music, just life, perseverance, trials, overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever doubt yourself, Timbo?
I doubt myself all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like I go through it now. Like I'll be like, man, do I still got it? Because not do I still have the talent, do I still have the brain cells to figure out what's going on today? You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you can get burnt out. And I want to stay always rejuvenated to know that I can nobody can have a one-up on me. I don't want nobody to have a one-up on me.
I heard that.
I'm always in the competition. I'm more about the music than the money. You know what I'm saying? I like just like, what? You got, no. Somebody like, no, you don't know about this. I birthed you.
Yeah, hello.
I know about it. You came from me. I am the music god.
Do you know, Timbaland, when it's a hit, can you feel it? Like, what song do we all know that went on to become a mega success that you was just like, I knew that?
Nothing.
No.
Nothing. I just know I liked it. But it's I think I was raised by people who always was no, to say the word no. And so that kind of like, we come from people, my black family, it's all right.
Right, yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah,
You hear me?
that's all right.
Exactly. So I got
That's
used
what
to
you
the
was
cool.
over there working on that for that long?
Exactly. And then it's like, when you get used to the and cool, you don't really know. You kind of be immune to, it's cool.
Do you ever trip off just the success that you've had just around the world, producing just some of the biggest records? You gotta, in everybody's mind, there is you have a soundtrack, yeah, like you're on our soundtrack.
I think I don't. I'd be
Like before you even walked in, Day was talking about when she was it drill team or
Yeah, it was drill team.
yeah.
And I was like in 6th grade. And I was like, every time I hear Timbaland, I always think about drop. Like that was
For
our,
real?
Yeah.
like that was our thing in 6th grade. Like it
And
was
she
my
was like her
favorite
teacher had us
song.
dancing to that.
Like, I was like, it was so dope to me. Like in 6th grade.
But that's the soundtrack to people though.
That's wow. Music make you change. You know, music is powerful.
Also, with having such a catalog, man, do you trip off a Timbo sometimes? Like, man, okay, that's the catalog. Like, I'm here right now, and the things I'm about to do right now, and the things I'm doing
Yep.
tomorrow.
I'm more about that.
Like, have we seen your best work?
I feel like where I'm at in life right now, just positive energy, my whole spirit.
Right.
I feel like I'm at my prime right now. I feel like we haven't even. That's why I put the book out. I feel like I feel like the world now going to see my best work. But to them, they might be like, oh, the 90s was better. But to me, with all the technology that's being available and ways you can do things, I'm a big kid. So it's if I don't get in now, it's like
Right.
I'm getting in because I know what I always wanted to do. When people was like, "Oh, that's whack," or Missy might say, "That's whack," but like not whack like it might be too ahead of its time. You know what I'm saying? So now time is caught up to what my thinking was. So I'm just going to experiment and do what I
Wow.
think is dope.
How's the relationship with you and Missy?
It's great. She's
Right.
great. She's she just dropped another song, and I think she's working for Pharrell. But I've been trying to get all like a new regime. I feel like I was looking at Expendables one day,
No.
and I was like, Sylvester Stallone. You had the original crew, then you had the new crew, and I'm like, who do I got this new? I got to create a new crew. But what happens is people be afraid to go out once you make success. And you make all much. So it's like stripping myself down and coming back Tim Mosley again.
Oh, wow.
And finding talent and rebuilding with my crew and just being normal.
Is that what you're doing right now?
Yeah.
What do you feel like without saying too much? Is there anything that you can share with us? Like who?
I mean, I could say anything.
Who's in the dugout right now?
Like, nobody really.
No.
No.
Man, now I just met some ladies right now. Are they in the dugout about are they in the the TU, the Timbo University?
Yeah, they're in the Timbo University. The guys in there, all the people in there in the Timbo University. It's a lot of people that I'm building because I really want to do a school.
Wow.
And like bring back music education and people to feeling back. I just want to just give back.
Why? And you know what? Why not the I in me? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not, man?
Because you know what? I'm
It's
going to
good
tell you
for-
something. This is going to be deep. I saw they took Bill Cosby sign off Hollywood Square, right? Off the Hollywood Square. And I said, you know what? Accolades and medals and awards, that's cool. But I want to be remembered like Martin Luther King. I want a holiday. You can't erase that. You can't take that off the calendar. Like, that's embedded for life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I'm dead and gone, when you talk about music, you talk about Dre, Timbo, Kanye, Pharrell. It's like, producer more, or the Rushmore or whatever.
Right.
Like, and then when you go back, when you say, when you talk about Quincy Jones, you can go back to a whole book of legacy of monumental stuff outside of music. So I'm trying to create my legacy outside of music because now I'm the guy that is sound. I create sound waves and, different feelings of bass or different, just being part of like Circuit City. When Circuit City, when you want to get your stereo, you went to Circuit City back in the day.
Yeah.
Right.
So when you come to see Timbo, you like, oh, let me see if this speaker right. Timbo, is this the right? No, that ain't it. So it's like an advisory, but I'm the guy, the key of sound. Like I want to be the guy, like the accessories and producers give sounds out.
Timbo, how do you arrive there? Because at one point,
Yeah,
it's gotta be-
me from.
yeah, but it's got to be at some point, man. In hip hop, R&B, we were braggadocious. You know what I'm saying? It was champagne. It was this. It was that. And
I just think that like me and you, we've been friends for a long time, and I think about all the bad moments, even the moments that we had, like, and I just think it's friendship. I didn't have nobody tell me how to be in this business and what comes with this business. I had to figure out on my own. And I will say this, Jimmy Iovine has been the best mentor I ever had.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? He told me everything about my career up to this point, but I was just like ignorant and childish.
Like not while it's happened, but like before
He told me,
it
he said,
happened.
"Tim,
Like this
you should do this, you should." And I'm like, I'm competitive. I was in being an artist. And I'm like, I'm not really an artist. I'm a producer. I provide music for the artist. And I had to realize what my place was, because when you put out an album, we get confused and we start feeling ourselves. But that's not really my passion, just to get on stage. So I try to feel like I was LL, I'm up there with Missy. But no, Missy is Missy and Tim is Tim. And I had to realize and just really just check myself.
What is it like when you on stage in front of like 80,000 people with Justin Timberlake? What does that feel like?
Well, I think now, back then, it was kind of surreal.
Right.
But now that I know who Tim is, I think it would be pleasurable.
How's everything going with Empire? Are they doing a...
It come back on March 30th. It's the
How did Empire get Timbaland?
Lee Daniel.
Oh, okay.
It's actually, I'm doing an album called Opera Noir after the textbook that I wanted to do, like my legacy, Purple Rain. And the music, I've been sitting on the music for like about 2 years, and it's phenomenal. Like, it's phenomenal. And I feel like it's my best work. So I'm like, best works never die. So I'm saying I get the right script for this film. And then it's like, I said, man, I need Lee. And Lee like, I need you.
Wow.
So that's how I started. And he took me into Fox and the Fox family. And now we're here.
And you know what's crazy about Empire is that you're not giving away throwaway beats. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like
I gotta go
TV tracks, though.
And what Fox has taught me is teamwork. Because, I didn't understand the word executive, and it's just a lot of things that I'm a person who don't like to go ask for help. I like, let me just figure it out. I know right from wrong. My parents taught me well. So I'm like, okay, what does it say? It means that you don't have to always see. I'm so used to me going to the studio, always doing the music.
Right.
But I'm like, no, you have crafted a world that everybody knows the Timbaland sound. So you have to go out and pick who you think has that Timbaland sound or who is close. I'm like, oh, so I'm like the leader. I didn't realize what that meant until like 6 months in to what I signed. You know what I'm saying? Everything's a learning. I love it, and I know who I am now. So it's like I go out and say, got Neo, we get other young producers, because it's about putting other people on. And I just critique it, and I might do 4 or 3 songs on the show. Then I like these young people that's under me and like, go do this. No, change this. Put that there.
Right.
Move that here. You writer, go over there. Move that. No, that. Boom. And I bring people in like you to hear it, or you like, and I go back when you leave. I'm like, I told you that was, like I'm a father, just being.
I told you, boy.
Yeah, just being a father, basically. That's how I look at it as.
Do you ever think about turning the camera around the other, like getting in front of the camera, or you think that?
Yeah, I think me and Lala got a show coming out.
Yeah,
too.
man, what's going there? We're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Now you and Lala, is it a docu-series that's going on?
Yeah, it's like a docu about all the the Instagram people and like Bernice and Kyra Chaos. It's
so
gonna
what
be cool.
is the show?
You know what? I think, I saw the trailer and, Lala Shah, I was like, wow. So I automatically thought about new content. So I didn't really go back. I got to go back and watch and so I can figure out. But I kind of want to be, I could tell you what I want to be in the show. I want to be like that mentor that come around to all the girls and like kind of be like that pimp in a way. But not a pimp though. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like
Keep your own money.
Yeah, like like I want to really start like agencies and all that stuff and like really kind of guide these people, because we've been out here, we seen it. I'm looking at these kids and like they ain't no different. It's just at a different level. And I'm like, okay, they drinking. Well, we did that in 21, and I'm like, they don't have no guidance. And I said, I might as well lend myself and just help people. I let them be themselves, but I want, I always want to be that voice to be like, man, what should I do, Timbo? I wouldn't go down that road. Almost be like that movie, The Giver. And I want to just give my knowledge, what I've seen in this world, to great people.
How much do you hear, and especially just throughout the years, how much do you hear, can I rap for you? Can I sing for you? Like
I hear it all the time.
Does it get tiring at some time?
No, I just be like, why don't you, I break it down to, I'm like, look, what makes you different from that person standing beside you that say they can sing? And they was like, you know what, Timbo, you right. So I give advice as they come to me. So I'm like, put it on records, because that's how the world's going to hear it. The world's not going to hear you a cappella until you at a...
But they think it's you, though. That you know what I'm saying?
Me.
Like you, but you're the connection that gets them to where they're going.
It's levels. Like,
right.
Level. You know that.
Right.
And I just tell people that. I don't got to tell you what the levels are. There's levels.
Right.
And you know what it is. It took us a long time to get, we didn't come here overnight. We had to go through levels of agony. You know
Right,
what it
yeah,
is, big
man.
boy. We had to go, and people don't realize that it's
People want to
levels.
cut the line down too,
Exactly.
though, and they
No,
want
no.
exactly what you have today at today's market price.
I know. And it's crazy. And I'm like, no, you have to crawl before you walk.
How do you tell someone that it's not that time yet for them? Or you know
It's
what I'm
kind of
saying?
easy because it's like the world will tell them. You know, you got social media. Like,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
look at this person. Look at that. What'd that tell you?
Right.
This number say 200. This number say 600.
Right.
That means, bro, you got to build it up.
Right.
This one is ready.
I heard
Go
that.
sit in the oven.
How do you find new talent, Timbaland?
Man, you know, lately it is like I can wake up in the middle of my sleep and I can check my phone for a text and a message will pop up with artist from my Instagram page and I go like, man. Then I hear God like a voice talk to me like, you should check that out.
Damn.
And I'm just, everybody sleeps, so ain't nobody talking. Ain't nothing
Right,
going
right,
on in
right,
the house.
right,
You just
right,
walk.
yeah.
So I'm just getting up, you know, I just thank God, you know, I just got a lot to be thankful for. And it's like, you should check that out. And I just hear a voice like, and I look at it again, I go through, I'm like, what? And I wipe my eye, I'm like, yo. And that's how I've really been finding, like it'll pop up on my Instagram, on my text or Facebook,
Damn.
and a picture of somebody send me something on my email out of the blue with no hope you like it. That's it. Not call me back, just hope you like it. And I'm like,
Damn.
this must be
It's
good.
crazy you fast forward to today, and that's how you can find
Talent.
new. Yeah.
Remember, we had to go out, and it was hard. That's why we
That's
didn't.
crazy.
And now we can find talent on social media.
How's you and Justin Timberlake's relationship right now?
Oh, man.
Is he
it's
getting
the
back in the lab, or y'all in the lab, or anything you could tell us?
I can't. Me and you friends.
Right. But everybody that's listening, it could be.
I'm watching the body language.
Right.
I'm reading it.
I'm next question.
Yeah, go ahead now. That means something's going down.
Yes.
Y'all stick around
No.
y'all radio, something's going on. But that's what I'm going to end with. Aaliyah would have been 36 last month. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? And, I mean, as far as being somebody that's been responsible for, you know, the Aaliyah that we know, you have protected her legacy. You know what I'm saying?
tried to.
Yeah. How have you protected that legacy? Because it could have been, I got an Aaliyah track, I got a this, I got a that, I got a that. And
What-
you even worried about when other people try to do too much.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that family was a tight family. So I'm just a producer, but she was my sister. Like, she was like a sister to me. So for me, I don't try to go, you know, like most people say, I got some Aaliyah to try to boost them up.
Right.
So I always left what we done alone.
Wow.
And because of fans, and I went and talked to the family, I was like, could I put this on my mixtape, King Stay King? And they had this song that I'm like, did it get leaked? It might have got leaked. Well, let me try to fix it up and just give it back to the fans to show Timbaland and Missy and the Missy connection again. I just gave it away for free. I feel like you can't, I don't want to profit off her legacy. I feel like just give it back to her fans, let them hear her voice again and let them know what it came from.
How do you feel when other people try to profit off the legacy?
I don't know if I'm sure the family protects that. I can't. That's not in my nature. You know what I'm saying? But I just look at it, hope they do the song right. And most likely, every song I heard, like I went back and listened to the Chris Brown song. That song is amazing.
Go ahead now.
I love what Chris done. I think he should do more. And I love what, you know, all the young people like Drake coming aboard. I think that's great.
Right.
You know, it's paying homage. That's how I look at it as.
What do you miss the most from Aaliyah?
Her voice.
Just like talking to her?
You know, just talking to her when I had advice. You know, a lot of stuff I probably wouldn't have went through if she was around, you know.
That's beautiful.
Because she was always that, you know, mentor to me, to Tim, you shouldn't do that. We only got in one argument all the years. And it's sad to say, like, the argument we got into is like later after that, she died. So I always tell people, fix your problems with people. Always say
had
sorry.
you guys fixed the problem?
Yeah, we had.
Okay.
Say sorry. Always say sorry, tell them you love them. We always gonna fight, but you never know when your last day.
Yeah.
And then you be like, man,
I should have said.
you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people regret from their parents, and you know they hated their dad or their mother. You know, I'm like, no, y'all gotta fix that. They brought you into this world, so how can you have the word hate if they wasn't? They didn't bring you into this. So like, fix that.
The pulse of what's going down right now. Now, are you working with Omarion right now?
Am I?
I don't know.
You tell us.
I don't.
You know what it is about you
I
sometimes.
know.
dude?
No. You telling me some news?
No, you know what it is sometimes, bro.
Yeah, you do.
It's times like this when all of a sudden something that just come out,
Exactly.
or there's something that we like. Oh, okay, Timbaland got this.
Yeah. Okay.
Is
so
that what's going on right now? There's something that's going on, and I'm not just
Is it
saying
in the air?
Omarion. something's going on with you.
Is it a glow?
A little bit.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Something going
something.
on.
It's this, baby.
Go ahead now.
It's this. Oh,
And what is that?
this is the new way of hearing music.
I heard that. Now, what is this
There's
new
no
way
more
of hearing
hearing.
music?
I think you should describe it better.
Man, let me tell you.
Okay.
He has this vest. It almost looked like if you were going laser tag, right?
Yeah.
You know what? That's smart.
Yeah,
It
man.
does
So
look like
think
that.
about if you had a laser tag vest on and it has headphones and it's connected. Then whatever you want to hear music-wise, it comes on and you'll feel a little bit of the vibration, but it's like what would you call it? It's like it's a body. You feel the music
There you go.
in your body.
That's the slogan.
When that bass is going
It
through
hits
your
you.
system and it's like
and it's clear. And it don't hurt your ears.
it
Yes,
feels like
thank you.
are in a car
Yes.
subbing, or like you are in a house
Yeah.
where in the studio where it vibrates your
Bumping.
body.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I don't know what the hell this is.
So this how I looked at it as. I look at Dre as my big brother, right?
Mhm.
And when I watched Straight Outta Compton, and I felt like his story, you know what I'm saying, when he lost his brother, it felt like the same way I felt when I lost Aaliyah, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like I always looked up to Dre as a producer. And I was like, man, Jimmy and them came up with headphones. That's so brilliant. So I said, I looked at it like Voltron. He the head. I want to be a part of this.
Oh my God, Timbaland, is this you?
Yeah. I gotta be part
And
of
it
it.
should be,
That's so
bro.
sick.
I got a little brother I got to stand beside. I want to stand beside him.
Damn.
I want to stand beside the Kings, bro. I got to create something. I'm like, I want to leave my legacy not just with music. Did I change the way you hear music? Now we going back to feeling because we don't feel no more.
Yeah.
What is
And
it
that
called?
make you Subpac.
Subpac. Hello. Are they
Subpac.
available?
Yeah, they're available. Subpac.com for now.
Jesus
so sick.
Christ,
And it's
man.
like what he said, like it doesn't hurt your ears
Yeah,
because
man.
Don't hurt your ears. Don't do nothing.
It's what you feel like when you're in the club and you're like, let's go stand by the bass, let's feel it. But then the next day you're like, I can't hear anything because it was so loud.
Right.
It didn't do
now
that.
the Subpac, does it come with the Subpac headphones, or you can
No,
use
you
it
can
with
use
any?
it. That's the thing. I didn't want to go in nobody competition. I didn't want to.
Oh,
I didn't
my
want.
God,
So now you know
bro.
and it's almost like this is just it's gonna get better.
And let me tell everybody
Damn.
this, man. There was a reaction to everybody that put this thing on. And it's like, first you kind of just feeling it, and then you knew as soon as it kicked in, because it was like you had an orgasm. Because it'd kick on, you just went, oh.
And look, I get to go to sleep with it. I watch movies. I was watching Sakari. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
This gonna be a game
Yeah.
of dudes taking cold showers.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
Or telling your queen, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I got mine off already.
You got yours here. Put it under your seat.
Yeah. And put this on, listen to
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye in a whole different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Sexual healing.
Hello. At one point, Timbaland, you were on Super Swole.
I know.
What the hell was going on at that
Ego,
time?
man. I don't know. That was a Timbo that I look back and I'm like, what the hell is you thinking about? So I only have a question for me.
Right.
Look, I texted Jay yesterday. He said, "Are you in Timbaland land?"
Right.
And I'd be
mean-
like, "I got to get rid of that stigmata
Man.
because that's just killing me."
Hey, man, it was at one point I was like, man, what the hell
Yeah,
is
man.
going on here?
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking about. I was thinking about becoming a
But that
sumo
was,
wrestler.
yeah, that
or
was
a
the
wrestler.
moment, though.
Yeah, had to come back down to real life.
Really,
You know
though.
what I'm saying? But
So
that's why I say I thank God for just taking me through all my trips.
What
all
are you
my-
doing now? That you just working out?
Just
walking?
working out, just loving life, man.
I heard that.
Just giving back. You know, when you give yourself back to people, help people out, that's what makes me happy. I'm like to see when I see my kids and I call my artists my kids, you know,
Mhm.
like, and I'm like, just put a smile on the face, just watch them to help them build their career. And I just sit back and try to be a guide. And I'm like, that's what my calling always been, is to just give back to people.
Hey, man, if we were to take 3 songs that you say, man, I produced these or I arranged these are my songs, what 3 songs, if you were to put it on a jump drive and say this is it, what 3 songs would be on there?
Try Again,
Mm.
One in a Million. Oh, yeah, that's somebody.
Oh, my God.
That's it. I mean, I put all the Liam. I mean, you asked for 3.
Yeah.
Dope.
So she's in the top 3.
Do you ever go to like an iTunes or something and see how much music you've been involved in?
I kind of do it. I did it
Shout out.
like yesterday.
Right.
And I'm like, man, wow.
What if we press delete on everything created by you? What would music sound like? That'd be crazy.
That's a movie title.
Mm.
Delete what would music sound like?
Yeah, that's why I said I got to protect it already.
Yeah.
Exactly, protect that.
Yeah, it's
Right,
already
trademark,
protected.
already on it.
Yeah, I just got the letter back of
Exactly.
with it. Yeah, it's
I don't
already
know.
protected.
Like, what would it sound like?
That'd be crazy.
Not
Like what we
fun.
have for real, what we have. Drake. I mean, Drake was first. So what was it? What we
Right.
we have?
Not just the
Damn.
music, the influences.
Mhm.
You know, the
Yep.
people that we do borrow from. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
that would be crazy.
Number
Yes.
one hits.
The number one hits, the
Everything would
dance floors,
change.
the feelings, the
Yeah.
nostalgia.
You're
Damn.
right.
Yeah, man.
And that's what I'm doing this movie. Like, what would? It's funny you said that. The movie I'm doing for Opera Noir, and it's called Opera Noir, is about what would the world be if slavery never ended
Oh man.
in the 70s.
Oh.
So music was big in the 70s, right?
Mm.
So if I'm Timbo, and it's like it's one part, Gee's part where the cops want to go beat me up or whatever, but they listen to hear my music through the headphones. So the message through that is music is magic, and it can
Mhm.
change the way you think. So they don't go beat me up. They're like, just let them go.
Right.
And that's the magic of music. That's the magic I have with my music.
Have
So
you
it-
tripped off how music has taken you just around the world or the opportunities
Yes.
that music has
You
presented?
know what? I trip about how music has taken my family.
Yeah.
Not much so much me. I'm just so happy that I could provide for the people that I love. You know what I'm saying? Like taking my mama out of the country, taking, getting on private planes, going back, then coming back, going back to normal, just to go back to show that lifestyle and then say, okay, this is what it feels like, to take your family that never been nowhere, that's come from the South. That's what
Mhm.
my joy come from.
Is it one thing that you purchased? Because at one point when it was flamboyant and flossy,
Woo!
is there something that you purchased that you was like, man, I can't believe I did that?
A bunch of cars
Really?
until my mom came with that insurance bill.
Really? How many cars do you think you
Damn.
owned
At
in-
one time, it was like 20.
At one time,
You know?
all over the country?
Wow.
No, just in one house. Like it was, I had two Mercedes, the CLK when they first came out. Everything. I had the Lamborghini Roadster before they had the top.
What
Like,
do you do
Ferrari.
with all those cars?
That's what my mama said.
Right.
And she said, "Look, this bill gonna come every 6 months or a month or whatever it is." And I looked at it. I'm like, "Oh, we gotta take all these back."
And you got real
Bro.
cars, though.
Yeah, I took them all back real quick,
Damn.
real quick. And she started
Damn.
breaking down the depreciation. I said,
Mhm.
"Oh man, they got to go." I said, "Can you pick
Yeah,
up
the
this Bentley up?
depreciation. Oh, my
Can you
God.
pick this car up?"
Have
Like,
you ever went through an old drawer and found like old watches or anything like that or in storage?
Well, I know you heard about one. Yeah, I did try to find one old watch, but it was stolen.
Oh, really?
No.
Is this a story I should know?
I mean, it was out back in the day. That was my favorite watch. You know about that story?
Mm.
They said about my watch. Well, it was missing. I don't know what happened to it, but that
Somebody
was
put 'em up
the
on
one.
it.
Wait, damn.
Back in the day, way back in the day. Crazy Timbo.
How many cars do you have now?
Wait, hold on, man. I'm
3.
about to. It's something that.
Yeah, it's registered, huh? I don't even know to this day. So you asked one question. That's all I got to
Yeah.
elaborate
All
on.
right, I'm gonna find out. We're
Yeah.
gonna see
No,
what's
no,
going
no.
down. Big
But-
Boy's neighborhood.
But I got rid of all
Oh,
the jewelry though. That was my favorite watch though.
Really though. So what do you do with all the jewelry? I
I
sure
just
wasn't
go back. I
around
just
then.
like you just go back to the pot and get my money back.
How
I
much
heard
was
that.
it worth? What's the value on that?
I don't know.
What, the
Every
watch?
time was different because I'm like, I don't want to wear this no more. I mean, I still got like about 5 watches that I like, but I don't. I like watches, but I don't like all that gaudy jewelry. I like small jewelry.
So what are you wearing now?
Just a nice Rolex.
Simple.
Damn.
Yeah, that's not.
You want to get rid of
That's
that?
simple.
Everything I look
Well, the
up.
diamonds ain't simple.
Right.
I mean, I could go
yeah.
back and downgrade. Okay,
Right.
thank you because you made me feel bad. this time.
Yeah. Timbaland, I had a chance to sit down with L.A. Reid. And L.A. Reid,
Oh.
we got into this. Like, it's a, he has a book as well, and it was The One That Got Away. And the one that got away from him was Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga was signed to him. He was hyped about her. Then, about a month or so later, he dropped her from the label.
Why he do that?
Man, don't bring it up to him when you see him either, because
He's very
it
sad
still
about
hurt
it.
him
Still
to the
bitter
bone
about it.
marrow. Do you have that moment someone got away or?
Oh, what?
Oh Lord,
Ludicrous.
Luda.
I came to Atlanta. I said, ain't nobody sign you. You ain't got. No, I'm just, it's Atlanta radio. They look at me
Is
as
this
a
Chris
radio.
Lover?
Yep. And we did Fat Rabbit. But I didn't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I had all these ideas, but I had no guidance. So
Damn.
I ain't had nobody like, you need to get a label. You need to say, no, I ain't had none of that. So I'm like, I think Def Jam, because Def Jam was known for rap. I said, I think that's a better place for you. And if I would have known what I know today,
Hell yeah.
I was like, that was it. I could have been retired. No, I would never retire.
No, because you know what? You could have been retired already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was like,
Wasn't
you know,
like you were just waiting on that ludicrous check. You know
no,
what I'm
but
saying?
that would have been a great
Yeah.
part of my legacy. It was still a part of my legacy, but it would have been like, whoa.
Is there anybody that you press play for and it was like, man, this song is for you, and they turned it down and then you gave it to somebody else and it just pew.
I mean, I don't really like, I guess, okay, prime example, like Potion. If you saw it, I did it on the what's that, the Blackout movie with Jay-Z? And he did it, but we just didn't use it. But then he wasn't going to use it, and then I gave it to Chris. That's how stuff always happened. Like, he didn't finish it. Like, it might be beats that nobody finished. and I
Where do
just
you
give it
keep all this at?
on that computer now?
Really though? How
Mhm.
many unreleased songs?
I don't know.
do you
I need to
think you
go through
have?
my drives and see.
Is it 500? Is it 1,000? Because it got to be songs and ideas and stuff that you
You
built
know what's
up.
so crazy? Most of the things I can't find. Well, I just don't know where they at. My engineer probably does, but they don't. And that's funny you said that. I need to go back and just take a whole day and just go through.
But
mode.
will you go back?
Whole day.
Oh, I do
Because
that all the
it's-
time.
Oh, okay.
All the time, because what's done yesterday could be hot today.
Mm.
I always say
Especially
that.
with you though.
Yeah, because you
You're
know
like,
the
now,
way
you probably be like, now they understand it.
exactly the kids, you know how they rap. And I'm like, oh man, we was doing that at 19. Oh, we putting this out.
Damn.
That's how it works.
So
Life
what's-
repeats itself.
What's the next phase? What artist wise, production, company wise?
I think the next phase is being like the guy. I want to be I want to be a part of the division of music itself. Meaning like when you talk about, I want to be the Oprah to music. You know, like meaning like if I say something hot,
that's it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? I just want people to take my word because I'm in it. Like I'd be something different. I'm sitting at home, watch TV. We don't see you. I'm not gonna believe, because these kids be like, I don't know who. I don't see you. So my thing is all strategy. I get all the new generation, and when they see, everybody see what pops. You know, it's like what Cali doing on Snap.
Yeah.
But me, I want to have a meaning. Like he has a great meaning, and it's working, and that shows that you can be a voice on a part of what you think you are. And I think I am music because I love it. I breathe it. I do it all day. It keeps me young. So I want to be like, yo, what Timo you think? I said, go get that album.
Yes.
And then that thing just go up.
Hell yeah. Because Oprah have a book club. You be having books, you ain't there. Like, oh, okay, I got to go get
That book. Oh, I want them cookies.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Dr. Oz. That dude tell you to go get these. You're like, oh, okay, y'all got pomegranate.
Take this vitamin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Such.
That's what I want to be.
Timbaland, if I went to the ATM with you and you stuck your card in and put your code in there and you withdrew $20
Yes.
and then the receipt came out, what would that receipt say?
0.
Hey, man.
You know we know how to.
Let me tell you, I asked Will Smith that same question,
What'd he
right?
say?
I said, Will Smith, and I asked him, I said, man, if you went to go get $20, I said, what would that receipt say? He said it have so many zeros at the end of it. It looked like it said, ooh. Timbaland, definitely want to thank you for
Hey
coming
man,
in
this
here,
been
man.
a pleasure. You made my morning.
Oh, man, you made mine, brother.
We
you
had some
made
real
mine.
talks. I hope people understand that, you know, in life, we come up, but it's always good to be normal.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You know,
I ain't
I
mad
love
at
to
you,
be
brother.
normal.
You know what? I'm going to tell you straight up, man. I want to get to where you are, then I'll come back to normal. You know,
Take off the suit,
Yeah,
Batman.
just give me some wild outs for a second. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And then I'll come back to
You on your
normal.
way.
All right. I remember you said that.
You on your way.
Best believe that. Now, Timbaland, always a pleasure to see you.
Always
man.
a pleasure, man.
Best believe that,
Y'all
man.
are great.
That's
Thank
Timbaland
you.
right there. Y'all stick around y'all radio's Big Boys Neighborhood.
Woo.